September is a day when the stars seem to reach out to you and say, believe in yourself. You often doubt yourself, dwell too much on the past, on things you could have done differently. But today is meant to remind you, you possess strength and talent that no one can take away. From early morning, the day's energy will be gentle, yet filled with quiet confidence. You may wake up feeling like so much remains undone. And it's true, you have many tasks, projects, and ideas ahead. But today, instead of criticizing yourself for what you haven't accomplished, focus on how far you've already come. Every effort you've made, even the smallest one, brings you closer to your goal. What should you do in the morning? Start the day with gratitude. Name at least 3 things you're grateful for, to yourself and to the world. Pay attention to your home. External order will help create inner calm. Make a list of small steps for the day to feel steady progress. What to avoid? Comparing yourself to others, dwelling on past mistakes, or beginning the day with complaints and anxiety. The morning reminds you, you are in charge of your path. It doesn't matter what others say or how fast they're moving. Your pace is the right one for you. Today, it's essential to recognize and accept this. In relationships, the morning brings warmth. Even if it's been a while since you've expressed appreciation to your loved ones, today is the perfect time. Tell your partner or children that you're proud of them. These words will return to you multiplied, bringing joy and peace. Midday opens new opportunities for Cancers. You might feel overwhelmed by tasks, tempted to postpone some, but the stars suggest you're capable of handling what once seemed too heavy. You don't need to run a marathon. Just take a few steps. That's enough to rebuild your confidence. Today, don't hesitate to tackle things you've been putting off. Even simple actions, replying to an email, organizing a document, calling someone you've lost touch with, will create a sense of forward motion. What to focus on at midday? Concentrate on one task and complete it. Instead of scattering your energy, revisit those small things you've neglected for weeks or months and finish at least a few. Address financial matters. Create a plan, review your expenses, and think about strengthening your stability. Also, pay attention to your health. Even a short walk can renew your energy. Avoid spiraling into self-criticism, thinking you're not doing enough. Don't lash out at loved ones when things don't go as planned. Resist the urge to spend money on impulsive purchases to relieve stress. Finances today require thoughtful decisions. Cancers are naturally thrifty, yet sometimes vulnerable to emotional spending. Remember, every resource you invest should serve you. If you've been considering a purchase, ask yourself if it's truly necessary. If yes, go ahead. If not, delay it, and you'll feel proud of your self-control. Around midday, you might also receive a sign, a chance conversation, a message, a sudden thought. Don't ignore these small hints. They could guide your future success. The key theme for this time, don't downplay your achievements. Even completing one long-delayed task is a major step forward. By evening, Cancers will sense that the whole day has been teaching self-confidence and appreciation for progress made. Now, this energy should turn toward what matters most, your loved ones and inner balance. Cancer is a sign deeply connected to family, comfort, and warmth. Yet, at home, you sometimes feel the most tension. Relatives may demand too much, children can be loud, partners might say the wrong thing. In these moments, remember, calm is within your control. Today, the stars remind you that you can change the atmosphere at home, not with blame or irritation, but with warmth and care. What to do in the evening? Focus on loved ones, not from a place of I do everything for you, but from I'm here because I care. Speak gently and calmly, even about difficult topics. Create a small family ritual, a shared dinner, a walk, or just a quiet conversation over tea. Remember, no one is perfect. Accept that. What to avoid? Reopening old wounds, blaming others for the past, complaining about being tired or overburdened. Don't expect thanks for every little thing you do. This evening's energy gently tests whether you can value your loved ones not for their perfection, but for their presence. Yes, they make mistakes and may irritate you, but these are the people who stand by you, your anchor, your foundation. Family isn't chosen, yet they teach you unconditional love. Your health tonight is closely tied to your emotions. If you allow anger and irritation, it may lead to insomnia, fatigue, or a heavy heart. But choosing gentleness and creating comfort at home and within yourself will help your energy return. The ideal dinner is simple, home-cooked food made with care. Even something light will nourish you more than fancy dishes, because it carries your attention and love. Relationships may bring meaningful moments tonight. One sincere word or a warm conversation could transform the atmosphere for days. Perhaps in response to your calm, your partner or family members will open up to you. Sometimes, grand declarations aren't needed. Just listening and being present is enough. Your intuition will be especially strong now. Cancer, a sign that senses what isn't spoken aloud, will allow you to understand your loved ones on a deeper level. Avoid rushing to conclusions or criticism. Let your gift of sensitivity bring harmony, not conflict. The evening whispers this truth: you shape the atmosphere at home. The tone you set will define how this night is remembered by you and your family. If you bring care, silence, and warmth, that's how the day will be etched in memory. The night of September becomes a time for reflection, realizing this day wasn't just a series of small events. It was a mirror, showing you your strengths, your weaknesses, your usual reactions. Everything that unfolded had one purpose: to remind you of your inner strength and the truth that harmony starts not with others, but with yourself. If during the day you manage to pause, take even small steps, and still treat yourself with respect, by night you'll feel a special lightness. The constant sense of falling behind will fade, replaced by the confidence that even small actions can transform your life. If in the evening you offered kind words to loved ones and chose calm over criticism, the night will bring a deep sense of inner peace. If there were moments of irritation, don't judge yourself. This day was a lesson, and lessons always come with challenges. The important thing is knowing you'll have another chance tomorrow. Dreams tonight may feature symbols of family, childhood, and home. You might see your parents or the house you grew up in. This is no coincidence. Your subconscious reminds you, your roots are your strength. You may disagree with certain traits in your family, argue with them, but they helped shape who you are. Family isn't chosen, and in that lies deep wisdom. Through them, you learn to accept imperfection, to love truly, through their examples and their mistakes. What to do at night? End the day with gratitude. Reflect on what you can thank your loved ones for, even if they're far from perfect. Prepare for rest, disconnect from distractions, and let your body recover. Let go of thoughts about what you didn't accomplish. You did enough today. What to avoid? Reliving every situation over and over in your mind. Don't blame yourself for not being kinder, better, or faster. You were exactly who you needed to be today, and that's enough. Don't shut out loved ones who want to be close. The key lesson of this day for Cancers is the power of acceptance. When you stop demanding perfection from yourself and others, life becomes easier. You stop fighting reality and start living in harmony with what is. From this space, confidence, love, and energy for future victories grow. In relationships, the night becomes a moment of truth. You may realize your family is precious simply because they are yours, not for their achievements or perfect words, but just for being there. If you embrace this, your connections will gain new depth. This night becomes a stabilizing point. A new day will come tomorrow with new challenges. But today's realization that you are valuable as you are, and your loved ones are precious simply for being near, will become the foundation for all future choices.